It seems these flying monkeys, these cowards within this criminal network and demonic coven, they can't make up their mind. See, they do all underhanded tactics as far as paying for spell work and attempting to get you sick or drive you into poverty and isolation and have you homeless and defame your character, divert your mail, interfere with your relationships and partnerships. They do everything they can to try to harm you, even using technology that shouldn't be readily available to civilians in the public, harmful frequencies and energy weapons, attempting to affect your internal organs or slow you down. They use sleepy frequencies as a base just to test the waters to see if they can get you to doze off, if the frequencies are working, if they're calibrating, if they could get you to doze off. Okay, it's working. Now we can graduate into other harmful frequencies. Just one device, one cell phone from one flying monkey, one sellout, one clown is enough to get a person to doze off or affect their bodily frequency. Imagine 10, 20, 30, 100, thousands. Imagine being on a transit system in the entire car, let alone the entire train. Imagine the whole platform, the one you're standing on and the one across from you. Imagine every side of town, every grocery store, every restaurant, every community that you travel and visit, these same sellouts and clowns. Imagine the mass majority of people in the community, in the environment, in the vicinity that find you, that pursue you, that stalk you. You don't have to find them. They find you intentionally with purpose everywhere you go. 9 out of 10 people in the community, everywhere you go, they find you. They travel with you. They travel before you. They study your routines and your habits, and these devices are meant to slow you down, bring harm to your overall health and well being. On top of the lies, the stalking, the smear campaign, on top of everything that they've done to ruin your reputation, even if it means stacking your profile with falsities and fake narratives, claiming that you've done things that you've never done, been places that you've never been, participated in plots and plans with them, and you never even met these devils. You don't know these strangers, complete strangers to you. But they seem to be confused because when all of these things that they try fail to work, they now want to say you're a devil worshiper. They now want to say that you went from being a liar of who you say you are and your connection with the divine and you not being spiritually gifted or tapped in or one of light or a light worker or an earth angel. They go from accusing you of lying, that you're not who you say you are. You're not those things. You're making it up. You're delusional. You're a schizo. You're not tapped into the Most High, Archangel Michael, Panataru, Nataratet Sekhmet, Natarasaru, Nataratet Arashtet, Aset, Asar, Heru, Harar, Anpu, Anupu, Anubis. You're not tapped in to Hathor, Basastet, Bast. Nah, you're making that stuff up. You don't honor and respect those who honor the Orisha. You're not tapped in to nature spirits. You don't deal with nature spirits at all, animal spirits. You're not tapped in. Who do you think you are, Dr. Doolittle or something? Nah, they seem confused because they go from denying and claiming that you're not that to all of a sudden saying, okay, he is that, but he's a devil worshiper. He's dealing with fallen angels and low vibrational energies and entities. See, what it is these clowns and cowards that hide, throw rocks and hide their hand is the same devils that accuse you of doing the things that they do. They accuse you of being who they are. Now, they try to copy and mimic your authentic, original, genuine self that they are unable to do because they haven't put the work in. But they want to accuse you of being who and what they are, of doing the things that they actually practice and do. Yeah, they want to switch roles. They want to reverse roles. They want to swap destinies. They want to walk in your light, in your skin, in your destined path. without doing any work whatsoever, without making any sacrifices, without paying any dues, without healing, without growing, without being genuine, without being honest, without being honorable, without being authentic, without confessing, without apologizing. That's beneath them. They're above confessing to their sins and crimes and flaws and apologizing for the evils and the wrongs and the offenses. That's beneath them. They're above that. Too good for that. Stuck up and conceited. Too embarrassed and ashamed to apologize for being offensive and doing wrong and committing atrocities. But they're confused because they despise you and hate you for being who and what you are, your authentic, genuine self, but they want to be you. They want the accolades, they want the benefits, they want the healing, they want the rewards, they want the benefits of being a chosen one, a light worker, an earth angel, a star seed, a golden child, a crystal child, a divine being. But they want to be a damn devil and remain unhealed, remain undisciplined, remain a liar, remain deceitful, remain deceptive. They want to be able to drive wedges in between people and relationships. They want to pull the wool over people's eyes. They want to take advantage of people's good nature and their ability to give people the benefit of the doubt. They will take advantage of that and play people against each other and lead a whole group, a whole company, a whole organization, a whole corporation, a whole community to the pits of hell, or what you perceive to be hell. These people play on other people's emotions and manipulate other people's reactions and actions, emotions and thoughts and perceptions. This is how they get over, by creating false narratives, dealing and living in falsities, and dangling illusions in front of people that people lower nature appeal to. They allow their lower nature appeal to the illusions, the things that's too good to be true, the things that they don't investigate, they don't research, they don't vet, they just bite, take the bait, go for it. But the things that's good for them, the people that's good for them, the people that may not dress as well or have the accolades on paper, the people that's a diamond in the rough, hiding in plain sight. Those are the ones that people should normally pay attention to and go towards and invest in and spend time and get to know and show honor and reverence and respect. But those are the ones people trash and go for the dangling, shiny carrot of illusion. And then those who have the resources and have the connections spot the diamond in the rough and try to bury them and squash them while they extract their light and beautiful properties, copy it, mimic it, destiny swap with it, and take it for themselves. But you can only mimic, mock, and copy but for so long before the mask is removed and the truth is revealed of who you really are, a fake, a phony, a copy, and not even a good copy, a poor quality copy, a distorted copy, a trash copy, a copy that ain't even good enough to put in the VCR or the DVD or the CD player, a trash copy that will, soon as you put it in, eat up your tape or mess up your whole reel, mess up your whole machine. A trash copy that you just need to discard, snap in half and throw away, get it out of there. Because if you even try to use this poor trash copy, it's gonna mess up your entire equipment. And now you gotta invest all over again in getting equipment, let alone the trash copy that you let mess everything up, mess your company up, your corporation up, your family, your relationships, etc. And this is a repeated pattern with these clowns and these devils and these cowards that go out of their way to create confusion and demise and illusions amongst those who have potential if they didn't allow their fears, their worries, their anxieties, their lower natures to get in the way. But this group is confused because they accuse you of doing the things that they do and then they cover it up. They get together a whole army, a whole community of people to stalk you, harass you, lie on you, defame you, create a smear campaign. Clergy, religious people, people in the community that's supposed to be trusted and honored all go along with the same lie. People that's supposed to know better and set themselves to a higher standard all participate in the diabolical, wicked, and evil, atrocious deeds and actions that all of these people with their accolades, their titles, and their resources is supposed to know better and do better. These people are confused because in order for them to win, they feel they have to destroy other people, innocent people, I might add. Destroy their careers, their reputation, their livelihood, their ability to support themselves, interfere and ruin their relationships, sleep with the people that they either slept with, broke up with, separated from, and or potential new partners. Everything about them, these mentally unstable, diabolical individuals, narcissistic sociopaths, want to be them, live in their skin, walk their destined path. Swap destinies, switch places. There was a movie years ago, a closer visual, if you will, with John Travolta and I believe Nicolas Cage. And the roles were reversed. They swapped destinies, and it was unbelievable to the wife that she was sleeping with the enemy, sleeping with her husband's arch nemesis and enemy. But there was qualities about this devil, about the enemy, that took her by surprise, and that was, surprisingly an upgrade as far as making love. Oh, that was wonderful. See, those lower natures appeal to you. I gave an example in a video I did yesterday about the devil's advocate appealing to the lower nature, the lust. Those are the things that usually grip and get people to bite and appeal because you get caught up in that. Doesn't mean it's the best for you, but you can get caught up in it. Only to realize after it's far too late that you got caught up in the sensation, the feeling, the warmth, tantalized, the all of this stuff that appealed to your lower nature, only to find out after the fact, okay, you enjoyed it temporarily for a time. It felt so good for a time, only to find out now you contracted an STD or some type of disease that you can't get rid of. And then you ask yourself, you question yourself, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was that temporary moment in time that I spent and I gave up my power, I gave my power away, I gave into the lust, I gave into, being lured off my path. I gave in and it felt good in the moment temporarily. But now I have to pay by way of this STD, this incurable disease. I gave up the diamond in the rough. I walked away from the diamond in the rough. And this is true as whether or not a love interest, a corporation, a business contract, etc. I gave up the diamond in the rough and I threw away my blessings. The diamond in the rough, not only would they not have given me an STT, not only would they not have corrupted my system, not only would they not have destroyed my business, my legacy, my career, my bottom line, but they would have upgraded me, enhanced me. They would have made life smoother, better. They would have contributed to my growth and healing, opposed to take away my ability to heal. And so, for these clowns and devils to get ahead, they have to create confusion and wedges between people. Now you have corporations and companies and people who are trying to build up their legacy, who are trying to build up, successful businesses and wanting to be in successful marriages and relationships and partnerships. Now they're affected. Their bottom line is affected. They're losing money. Their career is at stake. Their reputation is at stake, going down the drain. Their good name and their good fortune, their legacy, their reputation, their family lineage of what they're able to leave behind and create and build for the future all goes down the drain by following these type of devils and clowns that lie and create demise in the community, drive wedges between people by way of smear campaigns, mistruths, and misdeeds, false narratives. They need a whole army of people to help them create false narratives, to make a lie seem real and true when it's not. They need to destroy innocent people so they can swap destinies like John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. They need to perform a face-off, the ability to walk in somebody else's skin and walk up in their house and, hello, honey, I'm home. Are you miss me? Are you surprised? And then make love to their wife and hope that the lust and the way that this person, made love to their wife all wild is able to grip them and hold them and enough to keep them, at least hold them for a while until all of their plans go through. And in real life cases, failed counterparts and failed twin flames went for the illusion and the sex was good. They've even made videos and said it out their own mouth. Ooh, it was good. It was appealing. It was wonderful. It was this and it was that. It was delicious. It was this and it was that. But can that keep you? Is that enough to keep you? You're absolutely correct. It was good, but is it enough to keep you? Not only that, how are you maintaining your health? Is your health okay? Are you able to get rid of the disease? Are you able to heal? Do you have an earth angel in your circumference, in your life, in your vicinity that can lay hands and remove that disease or make love to you and remove that disease? Not that a earth angel or divine being will go after something like that and, partake in you being diseased and make love to you, but making love from an earth angel or divine being is healing. It goes beyond just the act of sex and being naked and being lustful. When you make love to a divine chosen being, you are healing yourself. It brings healing. And so there are many different methods to heal by way of love making from a divine being, not from a devil. Laying hands, speaking a word, blessings, etc. But this is not that. I want to tell you that these people are confused because they went from saying, don't listen to them, don't believe them, don't trust them. They're not divine, they're not chosen, they're not tapped in. They're not honored and respected by the most advanced, powerful, potent beings, elders, ancient overseers, beloved angels, and ancestors in existence. They're not a part of that. So, okay, they have gifts, but they're attacking us. Never do they say, we hired and commissioned witches, warlocks, cults, covens, demonic agencies, and kitchen witches and sorcerers and practitioners to perform binding spells and poverty spells, sickness spells, death magic. We did everything we could to hurt and harm, slow down, and block this person. But we're not going to confess that. We're just going to flip the script and say, they did all of that to us. We're not going to say that person is so gifted. Instead of them doing that to us, they learned how to defend themselves and ward off evil. They learned how to protect themselves and ward off demonic energies, specters and spirits, and make those specters and spirits get the hell out of their circumference, get the hell out of their environment. They learn how to protect and defend themselves, no different than somebody goes to get a license to protect and defend themselves, their home and their family. Do you accuse the mother or the father that license themselves and take the courses to protect and defend themselves as the devil worshiper, as the evil party, as the wicked and evil doer? Or do you commend them for taking the necessary steps to be safe rather than sorry, to protect their family in case there's a need to do so? And so, no different than all spiritualists who walk with the divine and are upright. They have the gifts and abilities to go tit for tat, but if they're truly tapped in with the divine and in a divine alignment according with the divine, they most likely use their gifts and abilities to protect and defend themselves and ward off evil. Not in a malicious way, in a way that says, no, thank you. This is not my energy. This is not my mindset. This is not my karma. Here, you can take this back, keep it over there with you. Don't send it back over here. And if there is a need for tit for tat, the spiritualists don't have to engage. It's their spirit team, it's their angels, it's their, divine warrior ancestors that will engage you and give you all the smoke and energy that you're looking for. Those that are assigned to protect and defend their loved one. They don't have to engage you. And I'm gonna get you back for that evil magic you sent, you stupid bear. They don't have to do that. They have a whole spiritual team that's with all the smoke and energy that you want to play. So these people are confused. They want to accuse you of the things that they actually do.